Hi, it's Capi from Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. I'm so excited you joined us today. We enjoy these times to sit and visit and make that connection with you, even if you're across the pond or farther south than what we can get to by car, and if you're around the world. We love seeing you, and we know that YouTube reaches everybody, so that's exciting for our little store. We're in the central part of Indiana, in the middle of kind of Nowheresville, but we have some fun things going on, and that's what this video is about, is to show you what's new and some of the things that we're excited about in our store. So I'm going to start at the very beginning. Peter's behind the camera, so shout out to Peter for him doing such a good job on our camera work. And I just want to show you some things about what's new. We've got all kinds of little things piled up around me, and I'm just going to go through them one at a time and show you what's new. Anything that looks attractive or that you're interested in buying, you can always contact us. We've got lots of ways for you to order. We ship all over the world. You can pick it up in the store, and if you see something that stirs your interest and you have another idea, you can even call our customer service gals and they'll help you put something together over the phone. So we're readily available for you to talk to. First of all, I have to show you this. You'll have to get a picture of my cat Smokey and add it to this. So this is the ding dong dang cutest little thing you ever did see. If you don't have one, you want one. I know it's early, but stocking stuffer, right? Already ready for stocking stuffer? I'm going to open this one just because. So let me show you what this is. It's a tape measure. See, looky there. And you push the button, and it goes right back in. Is that sweet? I think even little kids would love just having this. This is one of those great little pickup things. How much is it? $3.99. Shoot, buy one for everybody's stocking this year. And this looks like my cat Smokey. We'll have to post a picture of my cat Smokey. But it's got a little button on the back. You just push it. Isn't that sweet? Doesn't have... Oh, it's got metric on the other side, too. That'll work for our people who don't understand our math. No, I think we don't understand their math. But anyway, isn't that fun? And it just snaps back in there. Okay, so that's just a cute little trinket. Those things they're just fun to have. I like having those around. Okay, let's talk about cork. So we have been seeing cork as one of the products in our industry for a little while. And a lot of people are making bags with them. There's a lot of application for these. I actually can see where you could make tote bags. You could make little display, use them for little boxes to display things in. You could even put them on top of a frame if you wanted to put it on a frame. This is a real fun pattern that we got in called Purse Pal by Lynns Handmade. And I love this. She's used the rose gold. Let me lay it back on the white, okay? We'll get a better picture this way. So she's used the rose gold zipper. See, the zipper is that rose gold that is just the rage. And look at the fun zipper clasp on there. So you can change those out and make them different. And this has a little zip pocket right here in it. No money, sorry. I'm broke. And it has a little pocket here. So you could maybe put your change inside there and put your bills in this part. And then this little snap, which snaps aren't hard to do. They can be done. Closes over your little slots here. So there's slots. See all the slots that you can put. Now, look at this. Laser Force. Everybody has one of these, right? You have one, Peter?
I do.
Laser Force live action
I will
laser
after this
type.
video.
Yeah, you will after this video. So aren't these fun? So that holds the pockets, and they're just the right depth. And then this snaps over so they don't slide out. I'd be a little concerned about putting dollar bills in here. Of course, I only have $1 bills. I would never have big bills. But putting bills in there, they might slip out. But if I'm putting this inside my purse, it'd be great. But isn't that cute? And here's what's really cool. All the edges are raw, because with this cork, the way it's made, you don't have to sew it together like you do fabric. So this little Purse Pal is the cutest little project. I think it'd be great for traveling because it's nice and small. And the nice thing about cork is it's coming in so many patterns now. This one, is it shining through the plastic? I don't know. There's florals. They print on top of the cork. They also put metallic finishes to the cork. You could certainly make this out of just fabric and line it if you wanted to, but this cork lends itself so nicely to not doing a finished edge for just sewing it together. So love this little pattern. It's only $10.99. and it recommends using cork or vinyl. You could probably change it and use fabric if you wanted to, but that's one of the things to do with cork. Cork is really taken off in our industry. I think it's a new fun thing. Okay, let's talk about some patterns and books. I think I'm going to stand up now. We had a discussion whether we stand or sit, but I'm going to stand up. So, this is a new pattern from Laundry Basket Quilts. If you're familiar with Laundry Basket Quilts, they're lovely patterns. And this is that red, white, and blue patriotic thing that we just keep seeing and seeing and seeing. So many times people are doing Quilts of Valor quilts, and I think these would be great for maybe some of those applications where you could put all of these together and make one big quilt, or you could make individual table runners and maybe take them to a VA hospital or something for them to lay around. It'd be nice. Nice little quilt or runner pattern. Another runner pattern. I think runners are kind of easy because they're quick and done. This is written by Elaine Waldschmidt, and there's some great patterns in here too. In particular, I was pleased to see that she had a pattern to do a penny rug. So there's wool. The crossover right now in our industry is amazing. It's not just quilting fabric anymore. It's wool, it's cross stitch, it's all kinds of things. So this is a great little book. And again, $10 and you're going to get a whole bunch of patterns in there. So that's a good investment of your money. And of course, Better Homes and Gardens, Quilt Sampler Magazine. The new issue is out. I think every quilter runs to the stands to get this when we see who the top 10 shops are. We were honored to be one of the top 10 shops in this magazine in 2015. And so every time this comes out, it's always kind of like, oh gosh, who's in the club this time? Who gets to be in there? So it's a great chance to find out about shops maybe that you wouldn't think of going to. I know people who actually take this magazine and use it as their tour guide book to go across this country. So they'll take the magazine and go into each of the shops and have the staff sign it so that they can see, you know, that they've been there, that they've visited the shops themselves. And they don't get in this magazine easily. Trust me, when we got in, it was a little bit of an adventure to make it happen. But great magazine. You want to get this if you can. Come in and pick it up. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is this tote bag. So I'm going to, I think I'll just move this.
Yeah, you can set that down.
Okay, so when we get inventory in the store, one of the things that happens, it comes in the back door and our staff gets really excited. And this tote bag came in, and I think we ordered about 50. We've got 27 on our staff, and I think we sold 27 almost right away. This is the best tote bag. It's got a nice metal frame around it. Of course, it has our name on it, which is even better, and it has a big pocket here. It's nice and deep. You can see, this is like Mary Poppins' bag. So I've got a quilt kit in here. This is a great quilt kit, by the way. I've got another kit in here. This is another great kit, but look, there's two. Here's a third one, and these aren't small quilt kits now. These are pretty big size. There's another kit. Oh, here's another one. This is kind of heavy. But look how much I got in that bag, and there was room to spare, so look how deep it is. Nice solid handles on it. I mean, this would be great. I could use it for a picnic. Peter's thinking wool, or Pete likes to ride horses. Maybe you take this out to feed. Tack. Oh yeah, that's it. Tack for your horses.
Yeah, tack.
That's
or beer.
Or beer.
Beer for the horses.
Beer for the horses. Do horses like beer?
I don't know. It's a country song.
Oh, it's a country song. They might. I don't know. So look at all the stuff I got in this bag. And there's room to spare. I could probably put another, I don't know, 2 or 3 newborns in here easily. So there you go. You want this bag, $19.99. And I'll tell you, they're selling quick. Truly, we've got just a few left. I feel sure we'll reorder them. But yeah, this is like the bag. Everybody wants one now. Because it says our name on it. How fun is that? That's the best. Okay, let's go here real quick while we're right on this table. These are some cross-stitch patterns. Some of our new ones. If you're not familiar with our store, we have a really nice cross-stitch department. And what we've seen with cross-stitch is it's just taking off, man. Everybody everywhere is doing cross-stitch. And we have a floss tube video that we do every 2 weeks, and it's not due this week. I think it's next week maybe. So you'll see that on our YouTube channel. So be looking for that. If you're on our YouTube channel, be sure you subscribe and follow us so you get to see all the latest stuff that's going on. But these are some of the newest cross-stitch patterns. Okay, truth. Lenine, who owns our store, and Nancy, who is our inventory specialist, they both are big cross-stitchers, so we get a lot of cross-stitch patterns. A lot of them don't get all the way out to the floor, but if they really like them, they will order more, and then we make sure everybody gets a copy. But they really move quickly. So if you see a cross-stitch pattern in our cross-stitch department, buy it, because it'll be gone. And a lot of times they don't print them again, so we have limited time. But if you want to see more about cross-stitch, go to Floss Tube. Our Floss Tube number, I don't know, we're on 9 or 10 by now, aren't we, Peter?
We're on, I think our next one's going to be 9.
Yeah, there you go. So we're moving right along. Okay, let's go talk about fabric. Here's what's new in fabric. So a while back, there was an astronaut named Karen Nyberg who went up in space, and while she was in space, she quilted. And she came back with fabric, designing the opportunity to design fabric. But she actually did a video of how to quilt in outer space. Now, most of us are never going to need that skill. But she then designed this patterns of fabric that I just love. And it's called Sky View? Earth Views. That's it, Earth Views. And she designed it based on what she felt like what she saw out of the not the airplane, what is it? Spaceship.
The space shuttle.
Yeah, out of the space shuttle. So these are the fabrics that she saw, and I'm going to bring them over here into the light so you can see them a little better. Okay. So that I mean I can see where that looks like. Probably the Arctic, maybe. And this would have been the deserts. Now this was a very large fabric line. I want to say there was, I don't remember, but I know we didn't buy every piece in it. We just bought a smattering of them to get you some variety, but it's certainly enough to make that pattern. Now that one looks cool. That almost looks like camo.
It does.
Doesn't it? It's got kind of a camo feel. And then just a little bit of white. Maybe that's
But it's
an
an aerial photo.
Yeah, these
like
are all
you said,
aerial.
they're all from the view from the space shuttle.
Yeah, and this one, there's a little bit of like digita. It looks like, I don't know what this spot is right here. See that little spot right there? It looks like a satellite.
Oh, it does.
Doesn't it look like that's a satellite maybe?
How curious.
I know, isn't it curious? And they're just great muted fabrics. I just can see not just making even one quilt out of all of them, but using these as supplementals. I mean, I think they'd be great blenders to have in your collection. So kudos out to her. It's always fun when someone who has national recognition gives a shout out to the quilting world. And I feel like when she did that, it helped us feel like quilting's, bigger than just grandma sitting on the back porch. Not that that isn't important. I can tell you some of the best memories we all have is of our family being around and stitching together. But wow, you've got a national hero, basically, the astronaut out there quilting, for goodness sake. Isn't that cool? Makes me feel like anybody can do it, And you can. You don't have to be an astronaut to quilt. Let's put that clarification on it. So that's fun fabric. Come see that. We've got it in. And we do have this pattern too. And I love, when you look at that shape, it kind of makes me think of a satellite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looks like a satellite. But cupola,
With the
I
earth
think.
in the middle.
Yeah, with the earth in the middle. I think the cupola is what they look out of on the spaceship. I don't know. We'll have to do some research on that. But there's a baby throw, twin, and 2 layout options. So that's nice because it gives you different sizes on it. Okay, let's come over and talk about, this is really fun. I don't know if this has ever been in a video before.
It hasn't.
My little lamp. Okay, so this little lamp, and you can plug it in, but it melts it, so you have to be real careful. There is a light bulb in it.
I didn't plug it in.
Yeah, I did. I plugged it in one time, and it melted. It's all melted on this side. But see, it's a lamp. Somebody took a old sewing machine and they put a little lamp on. Is that not the best idea ever? But
I thought it came that way.
No.
So somebody added the top.
Oh no!
Somebody added the little case.
Yeah,
It's a Singer
no,
case.
The case, it all goes together. But they drilled. So they drilled the hole in the case.
Oh.
Is that not cool? And then put the light switch on it and wired it. I mean,
That's neat.
isn't that so creative? I bought this at a garage or at a thing a while back. So we don't sell these, but if you got one.
Hey, I need to do that with with that featherweight that we have up there.
Oh yeah, just drill a hole in the
Yeah,
featherweight.
let me drill a hole in the featherweight.
No problem. Just drill a hole in that featherweight. Anyway, this is really cool. And the light actually does work and it comes on. But anyway, that's just fun. So that's what that is if you see it hanging around the shop. We've got a lot of cute vintage things like that. But vintage brings me to this. These are ribbons. And let's take it over here on the table. Tula Pink, who we just adore, does ribbon work to add to her bags and things. And some of these are some of the older ones from her, but they're ribbons, and I think they're 1 yard, 2 yards, 1 yard. 1 yard cuts of these ribbons. So it's a ribbon this size and one that size. They're individual. It's not one big piece. So you have this little like 1/2 inch, and this one's 1 inch, and that one's like 1.5 inches, and they get bigger. But these are great for adding to bags or using as straps on bags. They just really add a little bit of pop to things. I can see even like maybe making a quilt label and putting it around a quilt label on the back of a quilt. But they're just so fun. These well here, these are raccoons. See, that's a little raccoon. It's kind of hard to see her animals sometimes. No, there's a bunny. That's not a raccoon. That's a raccoon. I wonder what that is. I think that's a raccoon.
Looks like a bear.
I think it's a bear.
Yeah, look at that little nose.
Yeah, he may be a bear.
And he has the little bear ears.
He does. He's adorable. I love the colors too. Then here's the ladybugs. Of course, her ladybugs are a big thing. An octopus. I love the design of it. I mean, you may not know it's an octopus till you look. But I like the octopus. And then the squirrel. Gotta love a squirrel. Sometimes we yell fabric instead of squirrel. Try to get the glare off of it. But these are great little ribbons. A package of these ribbons is about $30. When you figure you got five yards worth of ribbon in there, that's really a good buy. It seems like a lot, but when you do the math, it's a really good situation. The other thing we have that goes with Tula's ribbons are the webbing. So again, we're kind of back to something that you could use with bags. This webbing is a nice vinyl or nylon webbing, and it comes in all these fun color combinations. There's what have I got here? Let me lay them out for you. There's purple, the green, and then this is wider. So see where this one is like 1 inch, this is 1.5, maybe 2, 1.5, 1.5. And there's your color is at the end here. Is it glare on them? Mm-mm. Okay. So these are great. Again, they blend. So here's her fabric line, and typically her fabrics have kind of these colors in them. So you can see where this all blends and plays nice with her colorways. So if you've been making anything using a Tula's fabric, or any of the bright colors for that matter, these are nice to put your little handles on things. Or the other thing, this is super simple, is take a little chunk of this and put the little key fob hardware that we have on the end of it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Instant key fob. So they're really a nice little piece. These are fun. And Peter displayed them so nicely. They look really good. So yeah, you might want to get some of those because those are new in our store. And then behind me is a panel. It's hard to think about it. It's 80 degrees outside today, but it's going to be snowing and Christmas here before long. And this would be a great little piece to just throw together to have a lap quilt or to have something to hang over your couch or maybe even on your front door. We used a really simple pattern called Panel Magic. And if you've got any panel that's been laying around and you're trying to figure out what in the world do I do with that panel, here's a great pattern for that. It's a little inexpensive pattern. I think these are about $3. They're made by Peachtree, and it's just really just basically borders in a little corner. It's very quick and easy to make. So those are nice gifts too if you're trying to figure out what to give somebody. And I just like the snowman. Don't they just look happy?
Very happy.
Joy, joy, joy. I mean, I don't like snow, but I do like snowmen. I think they look cozy, which sounds silly, but they do. And you could keep this up not just for Christmas. You could really have that all year if you wanted. So that's fun. All right, here's some more fabric. This is beautiful.
I love that line.
I
I'm just
do
saying.
too. This is from Wyndham.
I mean, they really did a good job.
They did a
on
nice
this.
job. And it's the hand, they can't feel it, but if they could feel the texture of this fabric.
Touch of vision.
Touch of vision. Just, it's lovely. It's got the nicest, smoothest feel. It's just great. This is why you have to buy in the quilt store. This is why you can't always get it just online. Sometimes you got to come in and touch it and pet it and hug it and take it home. But that's some beautiful fabric. So that's Wyndham line. Meadow is the name of the line. Meadow. It's by Whistler Studios. So lovely.
Those are two of about probably 15 to 20 bolts.
Oh gosh, yeah. So 20 bolts.
It's an extensive line.
Yeah.
But I just quickly grabbed two that were coordinates.
And you want to know what else? They're 10-yard bolts. So that means that once that bolt's gone, it's going to be gone. And that means they sell pretty quick. So rather than getting a bigger bolt, it's a 10-yard bolt. So if you're looking at it for a back or something, buy the whole bolt and it'll be done. And the other thing, when you buy a whole bolt from us, a whole bolt of fabric at a regular price, we give you 30% off. If there's more than 3 yards, if there's less than 3 yards, you get 20% off. So that's a good deal. Makes it nice. Look, it kind of goes with Tula stuff too. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Look at that. You
With
could
those
totally get
vintage
away
ribbons.
with that. See, you just never know where the crossovers are going to happen. All right. That brings us to this garment. Garments are taking off. I did a garment class last night. It was the second part of 2 sessions. And we had some ladies who made shirts. So you can tell garments are coming back. This is that very popular tamarack jacket. Very good class to take. Very simple for the beginner. Sarah's teaching it. She does a really nice job. I forget the dates exactly, but you can go on our website under classes and look up Sarah's tamarack jacket.
And it'll be linked in the description box below too.
There you go.
Take you straight to the website.
Take you there and you can play along. But I'm going to take it off of here just because there's the pattern. We'll
The
get to
bottom
that.
button is buttoned.
Okay. So there's your tamarack jacket. This pattern has just blown up. It comes in 2 groups of sizes. They're like a size 14 and under, and then a size 12 and up. So there's kind of crossover there. But anyway, there's 2 different sizes in the patterns, and then each pattern has the whole group.
I slipped it over the head
Did you slip it over the head? Okay, let's do that.
just to get it on there.
We'll keep her facing the other direction. So look how pretty this is. Is that not adorable? Now, Sarah's a little bitty gal, so I'm not even going to try and put this on. But just look how pretty. And the buttons, we've got cute buttons here to make it really pop. Because that's what makes your garments look really cool when you're done, is the finishing. The little edge she put on here. And this is all doable. Don't think, oh, I could never do that. You could. You absolutely could. Sarah would walk you through it and make it a lot of fun. And we got to get it. Did you get the back good? Because I love...
Yeah.
That star on the back is just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And then she put it on the sleeve too.
I loved it when she put it on the
Yeah,
sleeve.
so
That
look,
was
here's your
brilliant.
sleeve. It has that same starburst thing on it. And you look at that and you think, I could never do that. You could do it. You can totally do it. She walks you through the whole thing, getting it in the right size and picking out your fabrics and getting them stitched. So
We have, out of the last 2 classes I think she did, we have 10 people that have made it.
yeah.
At least. There's more than that, but I can think of at least 10 that I saw.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I mean, they come out really pretty, and they're really proud of themselves when it's done because it's yours. Nobody's going to walk down the street and have this jacket on beside you, and that's the best part about what we do here. Is it's so unique. Talk about boutique unique. We do that when we're sewing, and that's just great. Okay, but wait, there's more.
And this is only a few of the what's new.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is-
only a sample. There's more out there. We just can't fit it all on this table.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to get you as much information as we can because I know a lot of you can't come in the store and still give you a taste of what goes on, but we're over 9,000 square feet. We have almost 5,000 bolts of fabric. So there's a lot to show you. And that's not even the cross stitch and the wool and machines. We've got stuff going on with machines. It's just, you gotta come. If you haven't been here, you gotta get here because make it a road trip. It's worth it. And then come in the back and tell them you want to see us because we want to see you. So another fabric line. This is from the Meadow company. Crystal Manning is the designer. Let me get Tula out of the way. Crystal does some beautiful fabric. We've had her fabric in here before. And we have a kit with this one called Stars Aligned. And this pattern book looks great. We get a lot of patterns, and sometimes you kind of go, oh, that pattern could be written better. But this pattern is well written, and it looks like it would be a fun quilt to make. Let me see if there's a bigger picture that shows the whole quilt. Let me see. Here's one. There's one. There's the whole quilt.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? I love this negative space here. I mean, what
I love
fun.
that going down the third.
Yeah, you could really work in that negative space. That looks so good
on a bed.
And look how these are jogged a little bit. So I think there's a lot of good elements in this pattern. So anyway, she's used with that pattern. These are just a few of the fabrics. But look at this periwinkle. And look at this lovely daisy floral. Isn't that just, ooh, scrumptious. Scrumptious, scrumptious, scrumptious. So there's your stars aligned kit.
And the kit has a lot of different fabrics in there.
And as we talked about previously on another video, even if you don't necessarily want the kit, sometimes it's a really good way to get the fabric and get a nice assortment. And if it makes one quilt, it'll probably make another. But I've done that before. I've thought, well, I really want that fabric, but I don't really want it made out of that. But I really like that pattern, but I don't really want it made out of that. So remember, nobody says you have to do it. Nobody follows you home into your sewing room to see what you do. It's not, there's no police here. We just have fun. It's all about having fun, right, Peter?
Exactly.
We have fun. Okay. So this is funny. I saw these, my table's getting full. I saw these, some of this out front today, and I thought, so I was getting ready for something that's going to be coming on our next What's New.
Ooh, I know about that.
And you're going to want to be sure you watch us next week because we got something fun.
Same time, same channel.
Same time, same channel. So there's these zippers now. I wonder if I can open this.
Do it.
Ooh, I can.
Be a rebel.
Okay. I
Just
want you to notice.
the penalty lab.
You know
penalty
what?
No, don't do it.
No, here. I'm going to do it.
No, you gotta put it back.
What do you supposed to?
I can't film you doing it. You're
Okay, yeah, it'd be breaking the law. I better not. Better break that. Okay, so here's a zipper. Now, those of you who've ever done a zipper, you have to usually put like a binding edge on it and then put the zipper in. They did it for you. This is brilliant. Now all I have to do is just sew that into the seam. So when you look at this bag, see there's the zipper on top. I didn't have to sew the zipper in. The zipper's sewn into the fabric for me. Isn't that brilliant? That's, June Taylor, figured she'd come up with it first. But anyway, these are really fun little bags. So there's two different ones. This is like a sewing kit is how they're advertising it. You could certainly use it for anything else you wanted. Cosmetics or, you know, your craft bag or, you know, going on a picnic, take your lunch in it. But it's going to be super, super simple. It's 10 by 6 by 7 when it's finished, so it's a good size bag. And again, it's got this zipper with that stuff on the side. This is brilliant. We had some of it out there in navy that evidently we just bought some by itself. We had some out there in navy. I may have to go out and get that. When you work here, you just don't make any money. That's just all there is to it. We buy more than we make. Okay, I think that's products. There's a couple other things I want to tell you about. So we've gone through so many things, and you know, if you've ever watched Eleanor Burns do a video, she throws stuff everywhere and has piles of stuff everywhere. That's a little much for me, so we had to clear the table and kind of restart so we could get back. But I did bring my little lamp up because I just love my lamp, so you had to see my lamp. So what I want to talk to you about are a couple block of the months that we've got going. Block of the month, if you've never done one before, is a great opportunity to ease into doing a quilt. So it's one of these things where you get a little bit of fabric each month and you work with it. The nice thing is we give you video support to go with these. So you're not just buying it and don't have any idea what you're making. You're going to get support. Dawn Cornell is doing a video with this one currently. It's called Emma, and there's the finished quilt. It's stunning. It is absolutely, I happen to be making this as well, and the blocks are not real hard because she gives you the video instructions on cutting and everything, how to make them. She really does get you through the process. So it breaks down, these are the blocks you're going to make each month. You're going to make a couple of them each month. and then you're going to make some of your sashing pieces here, and then you assemble, and then you put your sashes on. So it's really nice because it's step by step, and colors coordinate beautifully. This is made with batiks, which if you've not worked with batiks before, it's a great opportunity to jump into that pool. This has already done, I think, 2 videos, but you wouldn't be behind at all. You could catch up without any much trouble. So this is one that's lovely if you want to sign up, and that's all going to be on the website. This one hasn't started yet. This one's called Color Collage. Nancy Rink designed the fabric. And she also designed the block of the month. So with this one, you get not only the fabric designed by the person who did the block of the month, but they're together. And that really helps because she had a real vision for how she wanted this to happen. This is a 10-month program. This will also start in January of 2023. So you've got a little time on this one to get into it yet. This one, if you sign up for it in full at the front end, and buy the whole kit, we don't charge you the registration fee, and you get free shipping. And that totals up to almost $120 by the time you would have to have it shipped and everything. So if you want to pay for the whole thing, you can save $120. Otherwise, if we need to ship it, you're going to pay for that monthly, as well as you're going to pay the registration fee. So a little good of a deal if you buy it all up front. You'll also get all your fabric up front, which can make it a little simpler if you do it that way. So Color Collage. He's going to link all this. Peter does this little magic thing. He puts all the information I've talked about in here in the video part where you can link to it. So if you're looking for it, just scroll down and the information will be there. The other thing we've got going on, I don't know if you get our email. If you don't, you want to go to our website and sign up. This is a copy of the email that went out to our customers. We don't bomb you with emails. We send you emails about once a week, maybe sometimes twice a week if we think there's something significant. This one actually did go out in the middle of the week because there's some exciting things happening.
It's more of a newsletter, isn't it?
It is. It's a newsletter.
It's a newsletter from the desk of Capi.
Yes.
Because she does it every 2 weeks.
Yes, and they hear me whine about it when I do it because it's kind of like, what am I going to say that you really want to hear?
I don't think you whine, but it's like you're gathering ideas. I call it idea gathering.
Yeah, and I want to be diligent. I get emails from lots of people, and there's nothing that bores me to death more than reading all this gobbledygook that I could care less about. It's like, give me the facts and let's move on.
It's actually what you used to print out, our newsletter. It was basically, we just took our newsletter that we used to get, that you could get a paper copy at the register. Now it's an email form. Absolutely,
yeah, and it is, and the email form makes it so much more user-friendly, I think. You can read it when you want. The trick is, if you wait on this one, you're going to miss a deadline. So sign up for the emails, and then in this one, we've got a special running in our handy quilter department right now with our long arm machines. So if you haven't been in and looked at a long arm machine, it's worth your time. And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, it's a teaser.
It's a teaser. If you got the email, you might want to go read it because there's some details in there.
Actually, I saw somebody when I was gathering the Color Collage Block of the Month poster off the bulletin board. At the same time, somebody who had gotten the email came into the shop and was, that's all I'm going to say.
That's all he's going to say. They get a little something special if you come in the shop. So if you got your email, read it. If you didn't sign up for it, we're going to be sending them out about every week or two with some good information from the shop. So that's in a nutshell what's new. But man, we've got a whole oak tree, and I'm putting it in a nutshell for you to hear what happens in our shop because there's so many good fun things here. So if you haven't been to see us, please stop by. Cruise our website, cruise our YouTube channel. It does a great job of exhibiting who we are as a business and what we try to portray and create community for our quilters out there because we miss seeing you live. But we sure love checking you out on YouTube and checking you out through our Facebook page. So we look forward to seeing you next week. Big things happening, so be sure you tune in. Happy stitching.